is up? As you can see, I am sweating my balls off. I get a lot of questions about RSF for the people who know the bike outside of YouTube. I probably post more up-to-date videos on like TikTok, Facebook, but just because the editing takes pretty long on YouTube. But I have custom wheels on the RSF. They are not Razor wheels. They are Burromax wheels. They're the Burromax 1600s. Fortunately, you can't really get them. Sorry for all the sweat. But yeah, you can't really get them. They're really cheap. They're 50 bucks. They're the same size as the RSF wheels, but they are lighter. And like I said, they're only 50 bucks. They're super cheap. But the main drawback is that they don't use the same width of the rotor and calipers. So that spacing is off. They also use pit bike sprockets, which are 49-inch 6-bolt spacing, and then the caliper, the rotor is 44mm 6-bolt. So yeah, it's cool because it uses, sorry, I got ant bite in my foot. It's cool because it uses actual pit bike stuff, which is great, especially when you're running the pit bike calipers and stuff like that on these bikes. But there's a lot of modification that goes into it that you just can't simply bolt it on. So I'm going to show you guys what I did to make these wheels fit. As you can see here, we have my RSF. We have the wheels on them, so they're 10 inches. You should probably go 3-inch wide tires. I did 2.75 just so I have more clearance if I ever decide to strip this bike apart and put the wheels on a SX or MX with the EC4P. That way I just have a bunch more clearance. But right now with the RSF, you can see here I have a good amount of clearance and it looks really good. So up front we got the ElectrocycleGarage Axles. That's going to be necessary when you run a fork kit anyways, but it makes things a lot easier when mounting different wheels. So I have the wheel up here, and I am just using some washers in there that fit the axle. I do have some custom made adapters, and we're going to get to that in a few, but as you can see, I'm using 180mm rotor on here, and yeah, she's perfectly fine up front. So that's the easy one. You don't have to worry about too much with that. Just some washers, bolts on, no issue. Now with the rear, that's when things get very, very interesting and tricky. Alright, so I'm just going to move this forward. So we have a rotor on here, and then as you can see behind it, we have a custom made adapter, or I should say spacer, and the same thing goes for this side. So we got the sprockets on there and the spacer that came with like an additional little sliver of a spacer just to get the chain perfectly aligned straight. Now I'm running a 35 chain, number 35 with a number 35 rear sprocket, and on the motor as well. So 65, 11. So it's the same gearing I was running before. No tensioner. There was no clearance for it, so you can see it's just cut off there. If the chain ever gets a little loose or anything like that, I'll add a little tensioner, a little bolt-on tensioner to the swing arm. But yeah, this works out perfectly here. So as you can see, it looks really nice and clean. I had a buddy figure out the dimensions and everything I needed, and ordered that up through SendCutSend Spacers, and they got that shipped over. So the wheels themselves $50 each. Tubes about 20, tires about 70, sprocket 60, front I think it was like 15, the chain 20. So yeah, at the end of it, it kind of costs more than the RSF wheels. We're looking like right around 400 bucks. But it's cool to be different. These wheels are, like I said, way lighter, different design, look really good. So if you have any more questions, let me know. You could just go to the Burromax website and see if they have it in stock. They usually don't, so don't hold your breath on it. I just got lucky because I ordered mine way in advance. We're talking like 3 months ago. I had this project in the works, and the funny thing is I didn't even know if I was gonna stay with this bike or not. But once we got the wheels on there, the brakes on there, and I reused my old cafe seat from my old SX build, and the bike just looks really amazing now. So it's awesome, sounds good. I'll show you guys real quick how she sounds. Let me just lift this up. Bike's on. And that's only a quarter throttle there. Fardriver don't play. But yeah, the bike is pretty damn dialed. There's not much else to do to it besides clean up some of the wiring, and that's really it. Maybe lift the rear, get a different rear shock, but I like the matching lime green on there, so we'll see. It rides awesome, feels great. Also just did a little ghetto mod for the cafe seat. Just flipped the brackets, bent them around, zip tied them in place, and she's super solid. A lot of people tend to cut this bracket open so you can slide it around the shock. I don't know if I'm gonna do that. I might just order a Surron seat bracket because I do have a spare Surron seat that I could slap on this thing as well. Right now, I definitely really like the look of the bike. Like I said, let me know what you think. If you have any questions, drop it down in the comments below. And be safe, guys. Catch you on the next one. Peace.